I'm starting to hate one thing in Raid, and there's a list of things I could say about Raid that I like, and a list of things that I say that I hate. And this is by far number one, and it's only because I've been playing the game since 2019. Only because of that reason, guys. It's just it doesn't make any sense at all for me anymore. Let's get into it. So what I wanted to cover today, guys, in the video is fusions and this annoying thing that still exists in Raid. And it's the fact that we have the same events and tournaments since forever, right? Since forever. Literally, they haven't tried to change anything in the structure of these fusions since I've started playing the game. On the one side, players might like it. It makes it easy to predict. You kind of know what you're going to do. Nothing else to it. New players can find info in it. But honestly, guys, I absolutely hate champion training. I even made a tier list for today of the things that I hate in fusions, in Raid Shadow Legends fusions. It's beyond stupid on how this makes me go nuts, guys. It's stupidly unnecessary to be doing champion training in 2025, champion training events so often. It's just, I get it. New players have their things that they can do, all right? They've got their champions they can work on, and they work on them during champion training events, champion training tournaments, and that's it. It's kind of their time to do things, but it makes you have to wait and say, okay, I'll level up all my champions during this specific time. I'll do all my food farming when there's a dungeon divers event going on. You want to be double dipping. I just absolutely hate it. And that's why, boom, I made a tier list. Let's get started, guys. I have the easy, all right, doable, it's okay, hard, and WTF, what the fuck, for fusions. And I 100% guarantee you guys will have the same thoughts as me and the same kind of tier list rankings. I want you to go in the comments and do it, you know, comment down below the same thing. Which one you think is definitely going to be in the easy one and which one is going to be in the WTF, right? And I'm not talking strictly about difficulty in terms of where I'm going to be placing these, but also like, am I really doing this? Am I seriously playing? Am I really just gonna be leveling up champions for the, I don't know how many champions I've leveled up in this game. I'm actually on my other account right now, but even this one, guys, you can see on how many 5 stars it has. Let's see. I have 263 5 stars here. Most of them are actually dupes and legendaries, but lots of these, like the ones you see at level 26, are ones I leveled because I just wanted points for champion training. And then for 6 stars, just have a look at this one. How many 6 stars it has? Let's see. 482. And this is all because of champion training. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, yeah, I'm going to level up the champions I want and I enjoy playing with. But champion training after playing the game for 6 years becomes such a chore that whenever I see them popping up, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll try to get the points as quickly as possible and then just not do anything else. For newer players, actually, they kind of feel the opposite because their rewards all the way to the end are freaking amazing. Like legendary skill tome, I mean, the newer players definitely need those. But once you become accustomed, you've got your champions you're working on, you got your sources of legendary skill tomes, which is basically clan boss at this point. I personally, I don't go for the 11,000 reward. This is double the effort to go all the way there to get the points. But I do get all the points needed for the fragments, all right? And sometimes I push a little further because the soul coins are nice. You get them. They're usable for the market. You get your soul stones, but that's it. The eternal soul coins, on the other hand, that's another 2,000 points. These are also hard to get for the soul market, but I mean, it becomes just such a chore. So obviously, guys, champion training is gonna go it's gonna go to the WTF category. Obviously, champion training goes WTF for me. I just started the video with this. Absolutely hate it. I'm gonna leave the easiest one last and the one I enjoy the most, especially for fusions. It's just a ton of fun to do it. It doesn't do anything to my account. Very easy to do. You can do it every single day, and it just totally makes sense. Next one up, guys. The one that I think is doable, and it's not that annoying. I wouldn't say they're easy, but the dungeon ones, they're basically doable. It's a very easy to understand kind of structure. Whenever you have like a dungeon tournament pop up that relates to the fusion, you kind of know the deal, what the deal is, right? You spend about 1 energy per point needed. This is 2250. You spend about 2250 energy on dragon, and it's done. You go double dip with dungeon divers, and eventually you'll also do dungeon divers. But dungeon divers, sometimes even when you get like these amount of points, you gotta push to 2750 and then do a little bit of extra in order to do dungeon divers, and that's what annoys me. But in general, the tournaments for dungeons, I think they found a sweet spot with that, because it's not a bad thing to go and be farming the 4 dungeons at any point. Ice Golem still has relevant sets that are useful, like the Curse set, the Provoke, the Reflex. They're very useful, even for endgame players. Very useful, very unique things that they do, and it kind of makes sense. The spiders, then, you always need silver, so you go and farm this one. Honestly, it's the easiest one I would consider out of all the dungeons to farm, other than the dragon, for what you can eventually get. Like, I think spider could be the one that you get to stage 10 the easiest at this point. There's so many different combos that you can do, and I would say normal 25 and then jumping into hard mode becomes such a different, encounter compared to, let's say, the dragon, which is almost like the same encounter when you go into hard mode. Dragon is basically the same thing, and then Fire Knight, it's a beast of its own, very difficult on hard mode, but it's a nice challenge to work on. And all of these dungeons, the good thing is that if you do actually stage 20, it's the easiest points that you get. Not the best rewards, you can get mythicals, but it is still pretty nice, and definitely solid for just doing dungeons. I would say dungeons are doable, very doable. If you are not even at the point of doing dungeons 20, still doable for fusion. So yeah, champion training is WTF, doable for dungeons. Next one out, since I've mentioned dungeon divers, honestly, there's conflicting thoughts on this, and also because I kind of hate it. I hate the fact that it doesn't work on all dungeons. It's gonna be in the it's okay category, in the middle, right in the middle. It's not hard, all right? It's not that you go out of your way. Energy can be tough sometimes, especially if you're a newer player and you feel like you don't have the handle of being efficient with your energy. But dungeon divers is okay. As I said, you do your dragon, you try to double dip with points. Once you do your dragon, once you do champion training, you double dip the points, and basically you're there, right? Basically, you got all the points that you wanted for dungeon divers. And then you gotta push it a little bit further, because you see, I finished champion training, I finished dragon. I'm kind of short here because I did use the ranking up of champions. I shouldn't have, but I did use it, right, in the tavern. I should have used a little bit of brews, because that basically gave me points for champion training. I should have just kept on doing champion training. But again, I hate champion training so much, I want to do it as little as possible, right? But farming in here, guys, I'm gonna go back to this. Farming in here is the worst thing. Why do we still farm on brutal? Why is it still more efficient to go on brutal? And don't tell me about nightmare, guys, because on super raids it's even worse. Okay, it messes up all the efficiencies with super raids, and also the fact that I don't get enough mystery shards from nightmare mode. I should be getting double mystery shards, honestly, for the energy that I spend. That's why we still farm brutal. All right, even though it takes longer, unless you're in a rush, you should still be doing brutal. You get more silver, and you get more mystery shards from it, and rank 2s. So I hate champion training. I hate champion training so much. Let's go back, guys. Next one up, summoning tournaments and summoning events. I have them separately because they are easier and then they're harder. Okay, summoning events, I would say they are much harder than summoning tournaments depending on where you are in the game. If you're somebody who's still not able to farm for sacred shards, so let me rank it first. I would say they are hard events for fusions. The reason for this, guys, very simple. If you're not doing clan boss and getting your two chests minimum per day, ultra nightmare, your sacred shards per month are gonna be very low. If you're not doing your doom tower, again, basically the same thing. You get 2 sacred shards in there for free. I'm not sure about other areas where you get sacreds. I mean, you get some. You used to get one from the monthly from just logging in, but whatever. That's a long forgotten reward. But sacred shards help a ton with summoning events. Summoning tournaments, on the other hand, they're a different beast, and sometimes they're so easy. It could even go to the easy category, but no. I would say they're okay. Thing is, majority of players can't do both every single month. Majority of players, but it's the players who are not comfortable yet with the game and with clan boss especially. So summoning tournaments, the reason that this is better than the summoning events is because, pretty simple, guys. It's because you can actually use what you've been saving up. So fragments for other fusions here, fragments from other collections you might have done. You can use all of these to actually get the points that you want to. You can use your saved up remnant summons and get points in there. I've been saving these up. I want to save up 20 specifically, but this is going to take some time, so whatever, I don't care. I'll be saving 20. That's going to be a video. And I feel like it's so much easier, especially if there's like a 2x on ancient shards that goes at the same time with a tournament. You summon your shards, you get epics, and you get the points. The thing is, we have varying costs. It's not always the same cost for the parts needed for a fusion. So sometimes it's going to be harder, sometimes it's easier. So I put it's okay there. And then the final 2, gear enhancement and classic arena. I've left the easiest one, but I haven't said which one's the easiest. All right. In terms of how fast you can do it, gear enhancement for sure is the easiest one. You can do it in literally under a minute. Literally though, like it takes like 5 seconds. You do maybe a minute and a half, literally, but it's so fast. Classic arena, it's not that fast. You gotta enter battles, exit, enter, exit. So it's way harder. You gotta get 390 points. The maximum you can get, I believe it's 12 points per win in classic arena, but it's classic arena. It's literally handicapped, okay? So gear enhancement, this requires you to be efficient. It's very doable. It's not hard. It's okay. Gear enhancement is okay. Still, for somebody who's not farming like crazy for silver, who is leveling up gear outside of fusions and working on your champions here and there, you kind of run out of silver. And it's not hard to farm silver. It's just that you gotta be splitting up your focus. And that's why gear enhancement goes in the it's okay category. For me personally, like I have this issue also with gear enhancement where, I mean, come on. I have lots of gear that's level 16 already. And the way that I can get points for gear enhancement is basically level 12 to 16. I know maybe I should be just saving up my gear and only level them up at that time, or only level specific items. So I'm very okay with the silver that I have, but I'm not perfect. I try my luck sometimes with gear. Sometimes I level them up straight to 16 because gambling, right? But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Gear enhancement, I think the majority of players are okay with it. As long as they've got a handle of being efficient with the level ups and just using your gear wisely, knowing what to sell, what to keep. It's okay. It's not the hardest one. I wouldn't put it as a hard. I wouldn't put it WTF. No way. But champion training for me is just, I've reached a point where I'm just leveling up random champions. This is going to be so conflicting with players out there. Oh, they're going to hate me in the comments. All right, whatever. But yeah, since this one's left, this is obviously going to the easy category, guys. Classic Arena. Come on gold 4, gold 5, you can't go down on the rankings there. Even if you're in lower tier, you'll still find those easy teams to fight for. Against maximum, you spend 80 gems on refreshes, maximum, extra Classic Arena refreshes. But it is honestly very doable to do your Classic Arena, especially if you're on it and you're a new player. Even if you are like a bad win rate, like 80%, you shouldn't have lower. You should try and switch your teams and be selective with who you fight. Classic Arena is the easiest one. Champion training, WTF. I mean, come on. I hate doing it. Come on. I know players. I know the majority will just say summonings are the most stupid ones for fusions. Yeah, I know this is what keeps most players from doing fusion. I know, guys, but for me, I mean, come on. Champion training, change it up, please Plarium. And on the subject of changing things up, I'm gonna be doing Dungeon Divers. I want Iron Twins to count, I want Sand Devils and Phantom Shoguns to count, and I want Event Dungeon to count. I think this one counts because it's gear. You get gear, right? So yeah, it kind of counts. Minotaur, also. Potion Keeps, also. It's 2025. Come on, we're gonna be 2026. We're closer to 2026 than we were in 2025. I mean, anyway, I'm calling it, guys. This was the video. Just a rant. Just a rant video. The comments are gonna be fun. All right, guys. Thank you all. See you in the next one. Enjoy your day. See you guys.